Welcome back to Let Me Guide You. In today's video, we're going to do the entirety of Caria Manor. So from the entrance, I'm going to pull right because there is an ambush up ahead. Please always be watching the ground of this section, as many of the finger enemies can pop up. For now, all you need to worry about are two large hands, this one here, and then there's one on the ground patrolling. The goal is to slip past him and up the stairs. There's an item along the way. Once you get up the stairs, you can enter this room. Be careful of an enemy. Now you can go ahead and pick up that cookbook, and then when you exit, head right. Be careful of two enemies in this area, as well as things on the ground that can get you, but as long as you run past them, you should be fine. At the end of this alley is another item. And now we can turn right back around and deal with that other enemy I mentioned earlier. Now that he's finished, I'm going to head over to this broken piece of railing. And do be careful, I'd like to crouch here and show you. There is a large hand as well as several smaller ones, but there is a scarab off in the distance. Be careful of that. If you don't want to do every single thing in this place, you can just run straight forward. If you would like that scarab, this is personally the easiest way for me, so I just summon some help as a distraction, and then I go ahead and grab that scarab. Please note that fire is especially effective against these hands. Once they're distracted, I'm going to make a run for that scarab. This scarab drops a sorcery, Caria Piercer. Now I did get hit with some magic from a finger, so I can't move right yet, but once I am free, I'm going to turn left. And just in here is a way forward. Now that we're at the fountain, I would like to show you some more enemies. There's an ambush with two large hands waiting on either side, as well as another large one in this field, and a few smaller ones scattered around the fountain. Over here is an item next to this large hand. And there are a few items next to this fountain too. Again, you don't have to kill everything in the area. I just like to because I don't want to get hit from behind. I see my summon has joined me in this fight, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up this item. Once I've got it, there's no need to fight further, so I'm going back this direction. This is a golden rune. Now I am going to veer off of the path a little bit because there are a couple more items in the grass. First up is just up here. Again, you really want to watch out for the hands here. I'm going to make a circle around before I can grab that next item. I did aggro them, so I'm going to make a run as fast as I can to the next one. Putting fire on my sword just in case. This one's kind of tricky to get, but I think we've got this. Now that I've got it, I'm going to make a run. Here's a Michaelis Lily, and be careful of large hands once again. Now I'm going to sneak forward because there are a few more hands that I need to worry about. From here we can follow the building. And then once you see that hand far up in the distance, you know you're safe. Just be careful it doesn't send any purple projectiles at you because it will paralyze you. So I'm just going to make a run all the way up the stairs. Once inside, I'm making a sharp turn, just in case he did send a projectile. There's nothing down there, but there is a ghost you can speak to if you want. And up these stairs is a grace. Before I rest at the grace, I am going to turn around because there's another item in this room. It's only another smithing stone, but hey, every little bit counts. Once I've got it, I'm turning back to the grace so that I can reset for the next area. The next section is going to be the lower level, so from the side of grace we're going to exit the room and follow along the bridge. I would like to take this time to apologize for my character's appearance during this section. Make a left up here. I somehow lost the original footage to this, so I'm using a backup character file. Make a right up here. so I do apologize for the inconsistency. On the other side of this column is an item. Once you've got it, continue this way and then hop on top of this roof. Continue forward and then there will be another drop. If you hop across the rooftops, there's nothing over there, so instead go down this ladder. In this chest is a legendary melee weapon. Once you've got it, you can either open this door and head outside, or you can fast travel back to the side of grace we were. Once we're back, we're going to continue the same way we went for a little while. And go straight through here. Make a left up here. There's an entire section to our right, but first I want to make sure we get this grace, so don't worry, we'll come back to it. At the top of this lift is the site of grace, so go ahead and discover it, reset if you need any extra flasks, and then turn around after. Now we're going to head right back down that elevator. At the bottom of the stairs, make a left. And immediately behind you is a small item. After you grab it, turn around. Behind this set of stairs is another item. Going up the stairs, we can find another item further down. In this section to the left are a bunch of finger creepers. There is a body on the balcony in the far back that contains a whip. These finger creepers have the chance to drop somber smithing stones. After you grab that urumi, you're going to turn around and continue forward. Be careful of an iron abductor virgin. You don't have to fight it if you don't want, you can just run past you, it won't be able to follow. Continue along this path and drop down. There's nothing in that balcony, but there is something over here. From here we can just fast travel back to the site of grace. Once you've reset, we'll do the upper level. Immediately when you step outside, you'll notice a golden seed over here, but do be careful of two wolves in the area. The closest one to you is patrolling, but the one far off won't notice you as long as you don't get too close. So I'm going to sneak over here to grab this golden seed. And then I'm immediately turning back towards the stairs while keeping an eye on the patrolling wolf. Remember that you can hide yourself in bushes. Once he's continuing going that direction, I'm going to sneak around him. There are a few plants in this area that I'm skipping, but you can grab them if you want. If you drop down here and turn left, you'll find another item near a tree, but there is a third wolf patrolling, so please be careful. Fun fact, if you have Latenna the Albinauric's ashes, you can summon her and she will hop on a wolf. But anyway, I'm going to go up here, but before I enter this area, I want to show you there are 3 mages as well as a troll. So a safer way to go instead is to the left. You can just jump over here and climb up this ladder. At the top will be a noble. And then over here is an item. After that, turn right back around and head up the stairs. Hidden in the grass is another noble. Once you got that, you can continue forward. Just hop over this. You shouldn't aggro the troll, but if you do, don't worry, just run past him. From here, you can either go up the stairs to the boss, or you can collect another item, which is this direction. So I'm going to cross over here and do opposite of what we just did. After that, drop down and you'll find the item over here. And now I'm going to do the exact same thing I just did. I accidentally aggroed the troll. Oh well, he won't be able to find me. And from here, this is the path that I would take to the boss room. I like to go right because there's only one page on this set of stairs, whereas the other one has two. You can kill him or run past him if you'd like. I see that the troll is on my booty, so I am personally going to turn this way so that I can also get that plant over there. But if you don't want the plant, you can just go ahead to the boss room. Now the boss up ahead is a lesser version of the real Loretta from the Helig tree, and she is highly resistant to magic. There is some more stuff to do after her fight, so good luck. If you want to fight the troll after, so that you'll have closer grace, he drops a sword for you. But anyway, once you defeat Loretta, she'll drop a sorcery for you, which is her great bow. And then you can just rest at the site of grace because we have some more exploring to do. After resting, go right back out the way you came. Except this time we're going to make a right. You don't have to kill these pages, but there is something on the stairs that I would like to get. If you also would like to kill them, kill this top one first. Once I've got the item, I'm going to head back up the stairs and pull left. You'll see an opening in the wall. Please be careful, there is quite the drop. So from here you need to navigate very carefully down. Once you're at the bottom, be wary of all of the pots. They are alive and they will attack you. Over here next to this headstone is an item. Once you've got it, turn around and run past this pot. Run towards this tree, and then you'll find another path that goes further down. Item next to this headstone. Down here is a large pot, so please be careful. He is kind of hiding. Unfortunately, there is an item behind him. Be careful of the second one. From here, drop down even further and head northwest. Here's where we can drop down onto this rooftop, where you'll find a great Ash of War. Once you've got it, you can go ahead and fast travel back to the Royal Moon Gazing Grounds. From here, we'll cover the last section of the manor, which is the exterior. So starting off, we're going to exit out north. Once you're outside, you can ride on Torrent. But as to the pathing, I'm turning left and I'm going to cling along to this cliff edge. I would also like to apologize again, as this section was also lost, so I had to redo it with a different character. You'll know where to drop if you see the scarab, and then you can drop onto this rooftop. From here, head towards the crumbled railing and carefully drop down. Don't drop into the hole just yet, instead run up these stairs and onto the rooftop where you'll find an item. Afterwards, then we can go back to that hole and drop down. After you drop, turn around and you'll find a body near the railing. This is the railing just above the room where the lower level side of Grace is. Turn around again and you'll find Pydia, which is a merchant.
Oh, you? Sorry, Your Worship. I apologize for any offense given. I am Pydia, servant to the Carian royal family. I am charged with maintaining these ghastly dolls.
Once you finish speaking with him, you can head right back up that ladder. Now it's time for some more parkour. At this crumbled railing, you'll be able to drop down. I know that drop looks scary, I promise you'll live. From here we can continue east. Here's another drop. And there's another item just behind you. At the end of this rail is another drop, and at the end of that railing is a crab, so please be careful. He can still reach you even if you stay on the raptors. Underneath him is a stone sword key. And that is the last item in Caria Manor. So from here you can fast travel anywhere you'd like. Thank you for watching and have a great day.